Raw is Netflix. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling here with a cheeky wee betting update on the premiere. The Netflix premiere of WWE Raw. Now, I'm actually surprised you can bet on it. I mean, is this the first time in wrestling history you can actually place bets on a standard television show? I guess it's not really standard, it is Netflix, and maybe they're going to, I don't know, man. Maybe these Netflix Raws are going to feel more like pay-per-views in comparison. So I'm really intrigued to see how this is going to go. But there's a lot of matches on this card that we're going to dive into. But tell you what, guys, in case you're wanting your New Year fix of wrestling content, we've also got a bunch of other stuff on the channel. Alright, a bunch of other stuff on the channel. Dynamite review. We've also talked about Joe Hendry earlier on today, and I believe we also talked about FTR and how they always hang on to the top guys. They can deny it, they can say what they want, but the reality is that's what they do. But there's a few matches to get into here. I'm a betting man. I haven't done a bet on wrestling in years. I remember the odd time I used to, but I just don't really see the appeal in it. Maybe at Mania, when you can get a wee request a bit, and you can pick 3 people to win. I do think with wrestling, if you think a match is going to end in a DQ, you can get really good odds, and therefore you can almost rook the bookies. But for the most part, I do think you kind of get done in by them. Anyway, let's dive into it. So, the first one, we have got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Didn't know it was a last woman standings match. So Rhea Ripley is minus 1,000. Liv Morgan is plus 550. So there's that. Don't really understand there for the life of me. Pretty much Rhea Ripley's the favourite, isn't it? You need to stick 1,000 on Rhea Ripley to get 100 back, so she's 1 to 10. I think it's just about time they pulled the trigger and gave her the victory, wouldn't you say, folks? Because, come on, guys. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous now. I think we just need to reel it in, wrap it up, and move on. This feud has carried on far too long, pretty much for ever since Ripley. I say ever since Ripley returned. Ever since Rhea Ripley got injured at Mania, this has pretty much began. So, CM Punk versus Chef freaking Rollins. CM Punk is the slight favourite. For me, CM Punk has to win. Again, there could be a screwy finish in there. I would like to think on the Netflix premiere they will just have a straight down the middle match and whoever wins will win. Who needs to win more? I would argue Punk. You know why, right? Because we need to protect Punk going into Mania. If he's going to truly main event one of the nights, then he needs to get them sorted out. This feud can continue into the Rumble, and maybe to the next pay-per-view after that, depending on what plans you've got. Into the Chamber, for example. But, for me, I think CM Punk's got to win. Rollins, he's lost quite a lot of matches, hasn't he? He lost 3-0 to Cody Rhodes, for God's sake, but I'll go with CM Punk. Then, Rey Mysterio and question mark against the New Day. Oh, I wonder who this question mark's going to be. Is it going to be Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera, or is it going to be El Paito, Cero Draw, Maideco, El Jabrino on AEW Darkio? That's who it could be, alright? But the odds for him and Ray are minus 200 against the New Day. Decent tag team match. Here, how great, apparently Joe Hendry's going to be on Raw. How great would it be if Joe Hendry came back or returned or debuted on Raw and he was Mysterio's partner instead of that jobber for AEW? How great would that be? We've got a singles match. Drew McIntyre against Jey Uso. Drew McIntyre is the favourite. Totally agree with that. He should win. And then we've got our final match. Tribal Combat match. Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa. Roman Reigns is the favourite. Again, no real surprise there. Anyway, folks, that is it for your WWE Raw betting odds. I'm going to go and watch the Old Firm, Glasgow Derby, Celtic against Rangers. If you know, you know. If you don't know, soccer, as some of you Yanks would call it, even though I know a lot of you are from Europe and the UK, then I get used to it. Get used to it, but that is the real McCoy the day, even if it is a bit dead. It feels a wee bit deader than wrestling the day anyway. Peace.